Welcome back, everybody, to another Adventures of Mark comic read-through. I'm joined again with my buddy and co-writer, Ben. Say hi, Ben.
Hi!
Alright, let's get this out of the way. You guys know where I'm going to go with this one if you've been following. This artwork is not currently the artwork style that we're currently using at this moment in time. That's the old, as you'll see here, and this is the most current stuff, as you'll see. Alright, so in Chapter 3, we have here a very Videl and Mark-centric chapter. As you can tell, there is some very, very prominent features advertised here in the front cover. So in Chapter 1 over here, or Chapter 3 rather, we have a brand new art style. This came from an artist that we had switched over to, so you can see there's a massive improvement. So right here we have Mark and Videl pretty much talking about what's going on with the current world that she's in, thanks to the power of narration. Explains to her everything that is important for her to adapt to. Of course, shortly afterwards, Videl actually feels hunger settle in, and she wants to go ahead and eat some food and get herself a little more acclimated to what her new life is going to be. And that little dog there, little doggo's named Dollar. A little reference to an older cartoon before my time. And of course, we have our first inclusion of food, which is going to be a very long-running theme here. Her first feast, I guess you could say, is mac and cheese, being made by Mr. Mark here. And after a certain amount of time, he makes just enough for both of them, and Videl immediately swallows it down, no questions asked. And thanks to her increased durability and metabolism, I suppose, she swallows it down and needs more. Like any good nerd over here, he just obliges and gets some more. Videl also laments on a couple little extra things here, like the fact that she has a tail here, and the possibility that she could have been created with like an extra arm, considering that she is not exactly one-to-one her original creation. She has that alteration form of the Saiyan tail. And shortly after that, we have her taking a look at the new set of food here, and as you can see, becomes quickly enthralled with eating, and without even checking, several plates later, she ends up expanding in very generous and quick ways.
In that last panel as well, you could see her eyes did actually change a different color. That wasn't just an angle shot, but that will be explained much later because the eating and that eyes, they're correlated. Anyways, Mark, being the self-conscious Chad version that he is, obviously points out the obvious elephant in the room, or rather, the growing elephant in the room. And we get a nice shot of Adele pulling an Adventure Time face before she, quite rightfully, well, freaks out. I swear, that dog look back is just hilarious. Yeah, so here she is. She just realized that her reality isn't really reality, and that she now is in reality, and it's nothing like what she expected. And now she's essentially just bloated up just like a life raft.
I will have to interject something. Anime characters in this series are able to have the big head emotion emoticons. People like Mr. Mark here do not have that same ability, so just keep an eye out for that, as those are rules I try to stay consistent with.
Yeah, essentially. She's realized that she is now apparently overindulged. And now she has gotten the brilliant idea, since she does remember being a fighter and, you know, being fit keeps one slim. She realizes, okay, I'm just gotta work it off. That's the key, right? So, while she is busy trying to burn the fat, Mark there is trying to wonder why is it she did eat that much, just because even if she was hungry, no normal person would honestly eat that much. Even for someone like her. So he scampers on over in a Scooby-Doo-esque style to ask the handy-dandy computer, first of all, what its name is, and then to help him out with his current predicament. And the machine says, IDK lol, but I can tell you in about 5 hours, is that okay? And so Mark then colloquially gives it a cute nickname, MM, and here we see Videl hilariously trying to do exercises in her now more bulbous state. The fact that she's having trouble with push-ups, though, I do want to call cap on. It's like, is it just the tummy getting in the way, or are her arms actually weak?
It's been, what, less than 24 hours since she's been created. I'll give her some slack that she's still probably adjusting to everything in just a short amount of time. I will say, having MM be the code name for materialization machine, and also Mark Mech being the titular character, it was not planned. but it is a good coincidence.
Just as an anecdote, I think I remember when we were trying to come up with a name for the machine, it's like, what are we going to call this thing? It has to have a name. I mean, Ben 10 has the Omnitrix. Green Lanterns have their Green Lantern ring. These machines, these tools that are iconic. It's like the blue police box for Doctor Who. It's just got to be something. But it's just a weird machine that just talks to you and just poofs out IRL photocopies, 3D prints. So what are we going to call it? So we just went for something simple, the materialization machine, because that's what it does. It works with materials, and it essentially materializes things.
But what is the result of this megaform, you may ask? What is Vidal going to do, and what is the answer that MM will give Mark in about 5 hours time? That and maybe some questions will be answered in the next chapter. So we're going to go ahead and hit a generous 20 like goal. We're going to keep that goal there for a while. And if we hit 20 likes, we'll go ahead and pump out the next chapter and for you guys to view. But until next time, everybody, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.